So I'm usually a pretty big wuss when it comes to horror movies, but with Halloween coming up and it being October, I thought I would branch out and watch some scary movies. So today I'm going to watch the 1983 film Christine. I know a little bit about it. I know it's based off of a Stephen King novel and is about a car. I know that it was directed by John Carpenter, and I've seen a few other of his horror films that I've really enjoyed, so I'm excited to watch this one as well. But I don't know any of the other cast members. I'm not too sure what the car is going to be doing, but yeah, I'm very curious to see Stephen King, John Carpenter. I feel like that's going to be a great combination, so I'm excited to watch this. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for horror movies you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you're ever curious about what gear I use or what's on the bookshelf, I've included a link in the description. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Was this filmed in Canada? It said Polar Film when it came up, so yeah, comment below and let me know. Harry Dean Stanton, I've heard his name before for sure. Yeah, music by John Carpenter, you know it's gonna be good. Such a great composer. I haven't read the book, so let me know if the movie's true to the book, if they take some creative liberties. Oh, that would hurt so much. Oh my god. I'm surprised he has any fingers left looking at that thing. Cheese and rice. I wonder if this, like, if you love cars, is this like a movie you won't watch? Like, if you love dogs, you won't watch Cujo, you know, like, is this kind of something you stay away from? Or if you love cars, you watch this because they're featured so heavily? Oh no. Is this gonna be like the car retaliates if people mistreat it? And of course it's the only red one in the assembly line, you gotta make it stand out. And of course red being a common color in horror movies. Oh shoot! Shit. I've never seen a horn. That's so cool. The horn's not in like the center, it's like a bar underneath. Interesting. Okay, this guy mysteriously dies inside this car. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe like a haunted car or something like that. Or a possessed car, maybe.
Dumping toxic waste on our lawn.
Hey, Dennis, I'll be right there.
Oh, no.
Arnie, your lunch.
Like a swan. He's so graceful.
Hi, Dennis.
Dennis seems like a good friend so far.
That's funny, buddy. Real funny.
Look at that guy's hair. Oh, okay.
Put it down, buddy.
Yeah, put down the knife.
Oh, buddy, just put down the knife, okay?
Buddy looks like he's like 35 also. Oh no, his glasses! Oh no! What a jerk. Well, look at that. Oh my god, this guy sucks.
You know someone who lives here?
Aww. For sale, of course. Oh, looks like she's seen better days.
Jesus.
Just need some love, a little TLC. She'll be good as new.
She'll start. You need these.
What is he wearing, like half a vest? Is that like a straitjacket?
What do you want for? I mean, whatever it is, it's not enough.
Jesus, Arnie.
He's quite the negotiator. I feel like that's the inside of a straitjacket.
Start her up.
Really?
He's so excited.
Her name's Christine.
Hey, that's the name of the movie.
I like that.
Come on, Arnie, we gotta get going, huh?
All cars need names.
Consulted with us.
You know, I've consulted with you about every damn thing I've ever done.
Yeah, he's made his own decision.
What kind of
What did you say? What did you
I feel like his parents have been pretty controlling.
You are not keeping any car at this house.
He's like, I'll find somewhere else to keep it. Yeah, exactly. I'm glad he's sticking up for himself.
He would have pissed ice cubes. Okay.
Was that the previous owner of Christine?
I'll get the hell out of here. We're closed.
Okay, yeah, so he took it to this garage and is going to try and work on it there. I'm guessing the $250 he would have paid for it would be about $1,000 today. Comment below and let me know. It's still playing songs from the 50s. I feel like Arnie's the kid that's like gonna go to university and invent like Amazon or something. Oh, no glasses.
Greetings to you, too.
Is he like dressing differently too?
You are going to find yourself with no friends at all if you keep treating people this way.
Get off my back!
Yeah, he seems to be acting like meaner.
Arnie doesn't know anything anymore.
Yeah, and Daryl had also said, or Darnell had also said that the previous owner had, or he knew somebody who had died in that car as well.
Watch out. He had a 5-year-old daughter choked to death in her.
Oh my God.
Let's ask about her. She died the same way he did. Then I made him get rid of it.
How many people have died in this car?
Of course, the car came back 3 weeks later.
How is that possible? Yeah, Arnie seems to be acting a little bit different. He's like blowing off his friend and dressing differently. And the odometer's going backwards somehow? Yeah, it definitely has a mind of its own. So bizarre. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm curious to see what's gonna happen, and like previous Stephen King adaptations that I've watched, the characters are pretty developed and they're not just one-sided, so I'm looking forward to continuing it. But yeah, something's going on, and I think this is the first one I've seen where like a car is the main character basically.
Go. Ready?
Like it's not like a possessed toy or something like that, it's about a car. Oh, and he asked out the new girl at school. Okay, so when Dennis went to ask her out and she's like, I have a date, it's because she has a date with Arnie. Okay. Oh my, okay. Well, Dennis did say he wanted to get him laid this year. Looks like he's doing... Oh! That's gonna hurt. That was a crunch. Yeah, and it's like, how do you make a car look scary? Yeah, it's an interesting concept for sure.
Part of being a parent is trying to kill your kids.
I think they try and keep you alive for the most part. Why would he say that? Oh, the drive-in! What movie are they watching? Comment below and let me know. Or what movie are they not watching, I guess I should say.
Because I hate that car.
Uh-oh.
And you care more about that car than you care about me.
That's fighting words. He's gonna pick the car over you, for sure. car's making her choke. And that's what he said, that his daughter had choked. The previous owner's daughter had choked in the car too. Oh my god. Yeah, locked him out. Oh, yeah. Carter's like, well, I don't like what you said about me. Oh god, is she gonna make it? Oh man.
What are you doing? You get your goddamn hands off her!
She's choking. He's trying to help. It's not. Oh my god. That was close. That was so close. Yeah, it's interesting to get this car having this personality, how it gets jealous and like acts up if things aren't going the way it wants to, and yeah, attacks people that it doesn't like. Oh, these guys. Oh, what a bunch of jerks. This is gonna end badly for them. Oh my gosh. At least Arnie's not there, but still, this is, oh my goodness. Comment below if they, I'm guessing there was multiple Christines. Like there was a version that was in good shape that they used for the majority of the movie. There was a version that they destroyed. Oh, that would hurt so much. Oh, my heart. Yeah, that's your sign that you're doomed there, bud. And I'm curious if they ever explain why Christine's this way. It's just something like, she obviously has a personality of her own, but if she was possessed or haunted or something.
You have me to help you through the math courses and, you know, find...
His heart's breaking. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they really destroyed it. He spent so much time and fixing it up, and oh my god. It's still a beautiful car somehow. This is like his worst nightmare. And he's wearing red now as well.
Your mother right now. Hey, take your mitts off me, mother...
Oh my god. He's choking his dad. Oh my god.
I'm hitting the sack.
Yeah, it's definitely been interesting to see the effect Christine has had on Arnie and like his character transformation, how he's gone from being this like quiet, reserved, and the first time we saw him stand up for himself was when we got Christine, but again, like we didn't see a ton of him before that, but yeah, it's interesting to see him become one with the car, if you will. And the music is so good. John Carpenter is so talented.
Show me.
Is he talking to the car? And it's cool to have like the blue and green like lights come off from her headlights. What? She's like rebuilding herself? What? That's so cool. Comment below if you know how they did that. I know sometimes they just play the footage in reverse. But comment below if that's how they did it. But yeah, that's really cool. So much squeaky metal. Good as new. She's like, nothing will keep me down. That was so awesome. I wasn't expecting to have the ability to rebuild herself. Especially when we first saw her, she was like, her bumper was hanging off and she wasn't in the best shape. I think this song was also used in the movie Matilda. Yeah, it would be creepy just to see a car like in the middle of nowhere. I'd be thinking more, is there someone in it, as opposed to the car itself is going to attack me. But yeah, such an interesting concept of how do you make a car scary, basically. And it's dark, and like the windows are tinted, so you can't even see who's inside, if anybody's inside. Like, ugh, super creepy.
Hey, you ain't mad, are you?
What do you think? Oh god, they're so bright. Zigzag, zigzag. I have seen another Stephen King movie called Maximum Overdrive, where like machines come to life. It's not specific to just cars, it's all machines, but there's some semis and stuff that come to life. But if you haven't seen it, it's pretty terrible, but in the best kind of way. Emilio Estevez is in it.
You're a dead man now.
Yeah, it's interesting having the car as the monster, because it's like, how do you kill? Oh, God. Oh. Yeah, 50s cars weren't small. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, like, how do you kill a car, basically, right? Like, even when they destroy it, it comes back to life. Oh, Dennis is still in the hospital. Like, if it's a monster or something, you can stab it or, you know, set it on fire. He's bringing him beers for, I'm guessing, Thanksgiving weekend? He's watching football. Yeah, and Arnie's been wearing red a lot more.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, in Canada, Thanksgiving's in October. Yeah, I feel bad for Dennis, because I feel like he was genuinely, like, he misses his friend, he's stuck in the hospital, and then even when his friend shows up, he's like, well, I can't stay here all day, like, doesn't really give him the time.
Yeah, it's right over there. And, back here.
These two look like they could be father and son, almost. Alright, December, so it's been 3 months since he's had Christine. I like that they're showing the timeline, because sometimes you're like, has it been a week? Has it been a month?
Sure. She can earn her way. Bullshit.
Especially if it's somewhere where, like, it doesn't snow, or the seasons don't really change. It's hard to gauge time, so... That is a great car, also. I know he's a jerk, but that's a great car.
Me. I just hope he comes in here!
Squeak! Oh! There goes the car. Oh god, they're attached.
Come on, prick! We're not finished yet!
I don't think he's in the car. I think it's, yeah. I feel like this whole thing's gonna blow up. Oh my god. Well, just you left, buddy. Oh, yes! Oh my god. Car on fire. But not exploding somehow, but just still on fire. Yeah, I'd start running too, bud. Haha! Yes! Oh my god. Whoa! And through a gas station, no less. Oh my god. Whoa! I feel like that garage attendant was just in Sleepwalkers. Yeah, I'm curious as to what this is rated. It hasn't been like super gory. There hasn't been a ton of like sex scenes or anything like that. So comment below and let me know. I'm so excited. This scene on fire is amazing. It's literally on fire. Yes. Can you imagine being chased by a burning car? It's like Ghost Rider, but with the 1950s car. Oh my god, didn't even slow down, didn't even stop, just hit him, set him on fire, and kept running. Okay, well there goes our high school bullies. Just lets herself back in, just like, don't mind me, yeah, I'm just out for my evening stroll.
My caddy, wasn't he? Good. Yes, take it easy.
Yeah, if Arnie's driving his car, then who's driving this car? Exactly. And no one's inside. Exactly, no one was driving. The car's alive. Yeah, I feel like that's what happened when she killed that other guy as well, when she ran him over, or ran into him. Yep, yeah, you're trapped now, bud. You're not getting out. Oh god, he's just gonna squish him against the steering wheel. Oh, that's awful. Oh my god, that'd be so painful. Oh my god.
Car out front with a load of parts. You want the receipt?
Yeah.
Yeah, they obviously think he did this. They're not thinking a car went out by himself, because that's impossible. So they fully think he's the one going around killing these people.
Guess nobody'd be trashing your car anymore.
Well, all I know...
He's like, I can see how this looks. And he knows it wasn't him, but how's he going to explain that? Yeah, and it's so interesting how the odometer is going backwards. Like, what happens when it reaches 0?
You just see this. This is great alignment. You just don't see this anymore. I mean,
that would be terrifying. He's just like acting reckless, and also Christina's a mind of her own.
We'll always be friends as long as you stick with me. And you know what happens to shooters who don't.
So like threatening him with his friendship now. He's like, as long as you don't leave, we'll be okay.
Christine, man. No shitter ever came between me and Christine. Now you watch this.
Isn't that what the guy said when he bought it? Oh my god, stop!
We better get started.
Yeah, they're trying to set some kind of trap for the... Oh, they're gonna try and, like, actually destroy it into, like, smithereens.
Let's try it.
Yeah, I'm curious, like, how far do you have to destroy it before, like, can it come back from being, you know, the size of a peanut, basically? Yeah, does anybody know how many cars were destroyed in the making of this movie? Let me know. It looked like it has teeth, like the way the hood is like jagged and cut. It looks like teeth. Ugh. Oh, he is inside. Okay, I wasn't sure if he would be. Okay. The infamous headlights. Dun, 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 dun. Oh! Oh my god, Christine just shot him out of the car. Cheese and crackers. Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh god. Oh, don't pull it out. Whatever you do. Oh, rookie mistake. Oh god. Oh, Arnie. Christine attacked him. That's why you always wear your seatbelt. Ah. She shot him right out of the windshield. He's like, how could you betray me like this? Well, she succeeded. She killed her owner. Oh my god, Arnie, no! But Christine's alive and well. Oh, he's squishing him like a tube of toothpaste. Oh, and he's reset back to 0. The odometer's back. Oh, man. Ah. Just a flesh wound, don't mind me. Back to normal. You gotta smush it all the way. Yeah, there we go. I wonder who has this car. They're like, we would like it for a movie because we're gonna destroy it. Radio still works. Once was a car, is now just a folded up brick.
People too.
Yeah.
I'm guessing there's no sequels to Christine, or are there remakes or anything like that? Comment below and let me know. Oh, maybe. Radio's still playing. This guy. She can come back to life after this. That will be very impressive. Ah, there we go. Slowly but surely. Yeah, okay. And the same song that we started with. Awesome. So that was my first time watching the 1983 John Carpenter film, Christine, based off the Stephen King novel. Like I said, I haven't read the book, so comment below, is this true to the book? Did they take completely different storylines? I haven't read it, so I'm not too sure. I definitely need to start catching up on some Stephen King books, as I've seen quite a few of his movie adaptations by now. But overall, I enjoyed it. I knew a car was involved, but I wasn't sure in what capacity, and they also didn't really explain. Maybe the book goes more in depth, but they didn't really explain if she'd been like cursed or possessed or anything like that. We knew some previous owners had died in it, and it seems like anybody who's come in contact with this car has had a gruesome death or have had horrible things happen to them. But it also seems like Christine has been this way since the beginning, so it's hard to say, okay, it was a normal car until these horrible things happened and then it became haunted, because I feel like it's the reason it's haunted, like it's the reason these people died in the car and all these things happened to it. So it was interesting to see kind of like it being born on the assembly line at the beginning of the movie, and when that guy sneaks into it and then he dies as well. So yeah, I'm curious as to what some parts they put in it or something. Like I said, maybe comment below and let me know if it's described more in the book of how Christine became Christine. And I think it was interesting to have this story based entirely about a car, and I think they did a good job considering they had to make a car scary, and that's not typically, like, it's not a monster, it's not some scary creature in the dark or anything like that, but I thought they used the elements that already exist in a car to make it scarier, like when she has like the super bright lights and how it starts moving on its own and giving it the ability to regenerate. I thought was super cool, like how it could fix itself and come back to life almost, and the radio playing and locking people in. That scene where it comes back to life after being destroyed by that gang, I thought was super cool, so well done. After those bullies destroy Christine and break the windows and smash it open, and then we see Arnie standing there with the lights streaming on either side of him, and Christine comes back to life basically, and he just goes okay, like him and Christine are talking almost, like he's saying, okay, go ahead and, like, you know, come back to life, fix yourself basically. And so cool, so well done. They got every little detail. And yeah, so comment below if you know how they filmed that. I'm assuming it was shot in reverse, but I'm not too sure. I'm curious to do some more research about the production of this now that I finished watching it, and I love learning all that behind the scenes trivia. And typically in horror movies, when we see a monster or there's something scary, it's like there's a method of attack. You know, we have a plan of, okay, this thing's coming at me, I can use this type of weapon to take it out, but it's like it's a car, so how do you, even when it's on fire, it's fine, like you can't destroy it, it comes back to life. Even when we saw Dennis and Leigh take a literal like bulldozer to it and whatever that machine is that smushes cars into little squares, and then we still see like that tiny little like pop of the metal bracket come out and the frame. So yeah, I don't know if there's sequels or remakes or anything like that. Comment below and let me know, but it seems like it's indestructible. I think those can be the scariest of villains, because how do you take it out? How do you overcome this? Like, what do? You obviously know it's causing all these problems and killing people and hurting people, so how do you get rid of it basically? Yeah, would you literally have to like take piece by piece and send each part to like a different part of the world or something crazy so it couldn't go back together? Like, would you have to take pieces out so it's missing and wouldn't be able to run? Like, yeah, it would be an interesting monster, and I think an interesting concept. And I'm curious if someone pitches the idea to you of like, oh, I've got an idea for a horror movie about a car, it's kind of like, okay, well, why would that be scary? But like I said, I think they did a good job, and I think, as far as I know, this is one of the more iconic horror movies about a car. Comment below and let me know. But I feel like from now on, anytime a car is acting strange or is doing anything like that in horror movies, it might be a slight reference to Christine. I think visually one of the most interesting scenes, that regeneration scene was super cool, and then the scene where Christine is on fire, like that whole gas station is exploding, but just to see this car burning, and you know that a car has gas in it, and gas is very flammable, so how did they do that? And it reminded me of Ghost Rider when you see him transition and the bike and him are on fire and he's flaming and driving down the road, and same when we saw Christine driving down the road on fire, and just when she comes back to the shop and she's still like hot to the touch and just smoking, and just the way she killed Buddy when she just literally ran him over. He's now on fire and it looks like she didn't even stop or anything like that, just literally hit him and kept going. And yeah, oh man, that would be terrifying to see a car on fire and just driving down the street like it's no big deal, like nothing's wrong and nothing's happening. So super creepy, and I wasn't expecting that element, as obviously Christine is a special kind of car, but adding fire to a car, yeah, is usually ends in explosions very quickly. The color red was used frequently throughout this film, as Christine's color is red, and even when that police officer is talking to Arnie, he's like, they don't even make this shade anymore because paint colors would have changed over time, and he's like, how did you match the paint color if you had to, you know, change the doors and refix everything and do all this body work? And even when we see Arnie's character change from this like very shy, and he's being picked on in school, and his parents seem super controlling, and then as Christine becomes into his life, he starts wearing red more often and starts acting differently, and unfortunately Christine kills him at the end. But yeah, it was an interesting progression to see his character along with Christine, just how they were affecting each other's lives, and how Arnie just became obsessed with Christine, and just like that's all he wanted in his life. And even when he's explaining to Dennis, he's like, you know what, when you believe in someone and someone believes in you, he's like, that's the best feeling in the world. And Dennis is like, oh, you really care about Leigh then? And he laughs it off, and Arnie's like, no, I'm talking about Christine. Like, it's just, he felt like he had such a connection, such a bond with this car, and how Arnie's choosing this car over physical people and his relationship with Leigh. And even when Leigh is choking in the car, he doesn't seem that concerned, and he yells at the guy trying to help her. And just the way Arnie went from, yeah, being very quiet and reserved to swearing at his parents and like attacking his dad, and just becoming so angry and so aggressive and taking on more characteristics of Christine. I'm not sure if every time Christine killed somebody or attacked them, Arnie was in the car. We know when she came back after being in fire that nobody was inside, but at the end, that last scene, we saw Arnie driving him and was inside of it then. So I'm assuming the other times it was just Christine doing whatever she wanted to on her own, and then Arnie was okay with it. Obviously, he knew that she was doing these things. There was that brief conversation he had with that police officer, when Arnie's like, something's going on. He's like, I'm being honest, I don't know what's happening. So maybe he genuinely didn't know what was happening, or he was just lying to the police officer. It felt like maybe he wasn't aware of Christine's full abilities and all the horrible things she was doing. And then once he found out, he was already too far gone and was already like obsessed, and it didn't matter. He was going to forgive her and accept anything that she did anyway. So yeah, it was interesting. It's interesting even to talk about her as like a person, like as a character, when it's a car. There was a great soundtrack, some great older songs, and the music that John Carpenter composed as well, so well done. Every John Carpenter movie I've seen so far has had great music, and it was nice to see another one to add to the list. I think I've seen probably 4 or 5 of his films so far. You can check out those reaction videos on my channel if you would like, and I love his directing work as well, so it was great to finally see this. I think I might only have maybe like 4 or 5 of his films left to watch, so I'm trying to pace myself because I really enjoy them, so I'm trying to pace myself and go through them slowly. I liked the friendship between Dennis and Arnie. They seemed like they had a good friendship at the beginning at least, and then when we see Arnie change and Dennis is in the hospital from his football injury and Arnie's not really coming to visit him anymore, I felt so bad for Dennis because it really felt like his friendship with Arnie was genuine. And when he sees Arnie kissing this girl that he likes, I think Christine gave Arnie more confidence, maybe just in the beginning of him finding something that he likes and, you know, feeling proud about this car and having his first car and driving it to school. And then as we see him start to change and he has the confidence to ask out the new girl in school, which I don't think he would have before, and he's the confidence to definitely tell people how he feels and what he's thinking and to behave more aggressively, which is not good. When Dennis is talking to that guy that Arnie bought the car from, he's saying like, oh, that guy had the same look in his eyes my brother did, so maybe Christine attracts a certain type of people who, you know, are a little bit more shy and less confident and need something like this to bring out some very horrible characteristics. I don't know, but yeah, it was because Dennis was like, why are you buying this piece of junk? Like, he didn't have any interest in the car whatsoever, but as soon as Arnie saw it, he was in love with it. So yeah, it's interesting to see if certain types of people would be drawn to a car like that and what draws them to the car in the first place. And even at that junkyard when that guy's walking by with the boombox and playing an older song and he has a red construction hat on, it's like, okay, is he now drawn to Christine? Is he gonna try and somehow put her back together? It was interesting to see the odometer slowly go backwards and just getting less and less kilometers on it, which obviously wouldn't happen in real life if you were driving it. And then even when it's being crushed at the final scene, we see it go back, reset to 0. So yeah, I'm curious if what significance that has and what that plays into the story, if that's supposed to represent Christine being like back to nothing, basically back to parts before she became an actual car. But yeah, I thought that was an interesting piece to add into the story. When they first showed the timelines showing up on screen of every month or so, it was still a relatively short timeline for a movie. It started we saw in September when they went back to the first day of school, and then I think they said New Year's was the last holiday that they had mentioned, so January or December 31st for the end of the film. So that's a pretty short time from Arnie to go from being this pretty, shy, quiet guy to what he was at the end of the film. And even his last words were Christine. He's just so like attached to this car, like mentally and almost physically, it feels like he can't be away from her, and anybody who makes fun of her, he's like, don't do that, like take it back. And it felt like Christine was doing all the things that Arnie maybe wanted to, but in an extreme sense. Like, I think Arnie was obviously upset at the bullies who pulled the knife on him, and maybe a small part of Arnie wanted to hurt the bullies, so Christine's like, yeah, no problem, I can do that for you. It's interesting to think of their relationship and the progression. And at first when they showed October on screen, I thought, okay, maybe there'll be a Halloween, Halloween will be the night Christine does her worst or something like that. But then we went on to November and December. Overall, I enjoyed it. I thought it was an interesting concept of having this car come to life and attacking people and having a car be scary. Like, are you gonna, next time you see a red car that looks like this, are you gonna be like, oh, I don't want to piss it off? So yeah, I thought that was such an interesting concept, and a concept that could have gone so badly. Like, I think it could have just been so horrible and just cheesy in the worst kind of way, but I think they did a really good job of taking something that's unconventionally scary and making it terrifying. So I really enjoyed it. I love John Carpenter's work. I didn't recognize the actors who played Leigh or Arnie or Dennis, so comment below, have they been in other horror movies or where would I know them from? But I thought they all did a really great job, so I enjoyed their performances. Interesting story by Stephen King, which does not disappoint. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for horror movies you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Is that like a straitjacket? All cars need names. How many people have died in this car? And the odometer's going backwards? And he's wearing red now as well. It's like rebuilding herself. What? So much squeaky metal. But not exploding somehow, but just still on fire. It looked like it has teeth, like the way the hood is like jagged. Squishing them like a tube of toothpaste.